is Katarina Andrea Reyes, and I am an intuitive, a channeler, and also an Akashic record counselor. So I'm able to tap into the Akasha, the source, and able to offer messages from the connection I have, and I'm able to channel whatever comes through. And today I wanted to talk about the full moon that's on Sunday, December 15th, also known as the cold moon. And I'll go into a little bit why it's called the cold moon, but also it is going to be in full force at 1:02 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 4:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit about the full moon is shortly after the full moon rises, there's going to be a meteor shower, one of the most prominent meteor showers we've ever had this year, and I believe in the last decade. This is in conjunction with the full moon, and the reason why it's called the cold moon is because Native American peoples would say that during this time, which naturally because it is winter, we are cold. We gather inside wherever we can. We become cozy in our blankets, and that has a lot to do spiritually with the spiritual properties of going within and understanding what we want for the next coming year. So the full moon will be rising in the Taurus constellation. The Taurus sign rules earthly matters, usually along the lines of material assets as well as love. So what material assets are you calling in for the new year? What are the things that you feel like may or may not be lacking in your life that you would like to call in more of? But also, are there things in your material life? What is your relationship to the things in your material life? Those are questions that I ask because this prompts a self-discovery of what we need. What is our soul telling us right now? Yesterday, as of today I am filming December 13th, yesterday was the full 12/12 portal. This is the heart chakra portal where all of us are connecting, or there is an activation of the heart chakra, connection and activating of the heart chakra. So when we connect with our heart chakra, which often isn't deemed as, let's say, normal in society, because we are often thinking from the intellect, the brain. And when we think from the intellect, the brain, we often find that we are trying to force things to happen. We're making things happen. When in reality, if we follow the flow of our heart, what our spirit desires, what our soul desires, what source and God want for us, those are very different things between following the heart and following the mind. The mind is ruled by the ego. When we follow our ego, we are often led to places that are hard to look at. For example, we may have found ourselves in jobs that we don't even like, but because they pay us a certain number, we continue to show up, even though it is a neglect to self to do so. So during this cold moon, we're asked, what is it within that is translated outside of us? What is it that we need to follow within our own hearts, our own bodies, our own souls in order to transform the life we have around us? How can the internal impact the external? And this is a shift as a collective we are going through, where we are listening to what we need within rather than what's outside of us. Only us can complete ourselves. No external thing can complete ourselves. So as the angels and as Akasha is coming through, they're reminding you to be very gentle with yourself during this time. This is a time full of high energy. We are bombarded and feeling very impacted and overwhelmed by the amount of energy coming through, because there is so much going on in the planet, politically, internally, in family systems. And then on top of that, there are holidays. Holidays are sometimes for some people a sign of love and family get-togethers and material gifts, but also I ask you to focus on the intangible gifts that we receive during this time, such as revelations for our own soul, or also connection with loved ones we often do not see. This is the most powerful gift of all, connecting our energy with other loved ones. Then the Akasha is reminding us to also take time to spend alone. Alone time is very vital because right now we're often spending more time than usual around others. But taking the time to spend with ourselves is going to really transform how we show up in our relationships. The full moon also reminds us that the material is not everything. Life does not revolve around the material unless we allow it to. When we find that we are able to find spiritual significance and importance from the inside, we are able to find such a powerful connection to the outside. Additionally, Akasha is reminding us to connect to nature. Connecting to nature is going to be a very powerful shift. I'm correcting myself, is going to create a very powerful shift in our life. Often during this time, we don't go out in nature as much because we are cold. But if we can just put on that sweater, those sweatpants, some cozy shoes, and go outside and connect with the tree and feel the cool, brisk wind or the rain fall upon us, we're able to feel the cleansing nature and the cleansing properties that nature offers us. There's also the call for us to be patient. During the months leading to January, there often is a call to fasten our pace. Let's go faster. Let's prepare for the new year so then we can create our resolutions. The thing is we can create our resolutions each and every day. We have the power to be just as impactful in our everyday life as we do in the beginning of the year. December is actually energetically tends to already be in the next following year's energy. Next year's energy is going to be very profound. 2025 adds up to a 9, and 9 is the end to beginnings. So how can we use next year to continue to wrap up cycles we no longer want to continue? So then when we go into 2025, we can reach our new most powerful cycle and create a new and powerful beginning for ourselves. So as a recap, I would like to talk about 1, seeing the holidays as a time of not material, but the connection to our internal. Additionally, taking care of ourselves, spending time alone is going to be very important during this time to our spiritual, personal, and relationship growth. Patience is going to be so important in how we create our manifestations for the following year. Change happens now, so how can we become that change? Thank you for listening. And for those who are more curious about what I do, my link will be below. I offer Akashic record readings, as well as energy work, Reiki, as well as Motoki earth healing. I hope that this was beneficial for you.